Hey, GrantCardone here. Hopefully you know who I am by now. Maybe you've been following the channel or you're subscribed already. And this channel is to educate, hopefully give you some inspiration, motivation, and direction. I'm paying it forward now. When I was a young lad, as it was, I was always looking for someone to do this for me. My dad died at an early age, and my mom, you know, she did the best she could to raise me, but she just didn't have a lot of data about where to go, what to do. So this channel, my YouTube channel's got, I think I dropped 3,800 videos on here. We drop at least 5 or 6 a week, sometimes more than that. Things to do with money, finance, sales, business development, startups. I basically use this channel to share with people like you that want to do better in life, that want to improve their condition in life, that want to get a big view. You know, I live in Miami now, have a huge 360-degree view from every deck. This place wraps around, and I'm telling you that not to brag, but as inspiration of what's possible. I grew up on 10th Street in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Maybe you don't know who I am, you don't know my story. Maybe this is the first time you've run into my channel. I've written 7 books, I have 13 business programs, I've worked with some huge companies around the world, I've worked with hundreds of thousands of individuals, startups, tech companies, insurance, banking, plumbers, contractors, roofers, real estate, car salesmen, masseuses. I can just go down the line. I've worked in hundreds of different industries with hundreds of thousands of people and affected multi-hundred billions of dollars in sales and revenue for companies. I got all these glass panels. I don't know if you notice all this glass. There's 200 glass panels on this house, and I grew up in a house where I swear to you, this is my little journal. I was out here journaling this morning. I guarantee you the window I had in my house was no bigger than maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of these panels wide, and only maybe 3 or 4 high. And I looked at a brick wall. And that's where I grew up. And my dad did pretty good. Okay, we had a brick house. It's about 1,400, 1,500 square feet. 7 people lived there. There was 3 bedrooms. Is that right? 3 bedrooms? Yeah, 3 bedrooms. And I'm looking around because I'm trying to remember my scene there. I'm having all these memories, by the way. You know, when you think back on your childhood, they're either really good memories or they're like bad memories. I have both of them, because I had a bunch of losses as a young man, as a young boy. And the message was, grow up, take care of your mom. And because my dad died, and then, you know what, I couldn't take care of my mom. Didn't know how, or I didn't think I could. Didn't know how, didn't know what to do. Was being told by the parents, be a child, you don't know, you can't know yet, you gotta wait, da-da-da. But I wanted to help my mom. I love my mom. My mom died when she was 89 years old. We were friends from the age of, when I finally grew up and started becoming a man and started taking care of myself, when I turned my life around, which took a long time, me and my mom became, from the age of about 35 to well, she died when I was 53, we were freaking unbelievable friends. So why am I telling you all this story? Why should you be listening to this, right? There's plenty of people to listen to on YouTube. You could be watching Bouncing Cats right now. You could be watching some, horrific thing coming at you, but you're not. You're watching this right now. So there's something you want, right? There's something you want. There's something I've always wanted. What I always wanted, I wanted to do good. It wasn't just get rich. Yeah, I was like, I had dreams of getting rich when I was a kid. I don't know if you've ever heard this story. I tell about a quarter, but I lost a quarter when I was 10 years old. Look at these views. Are they ridiculous? All right. My dad always looked at real estate. I remember that about him. He constantly looked at real estate. Look at this. Just keeps going all the way around. He always looked at real estate. He loved real estate. And right before he died, he bought this house that had this great view of a bridge. And it was a big deal though, man. It was a big deal. And so I think I've always kind of been playing out like, I'm gonna get a big view one day. I'm gonna have a big house one day. I'm gonna make it one day. Because somehow where you lived had something to do with whether you made it or not. Look at this other view. I just bring you around the corner here. It gets really windy over here. So look, I'm telling you all that. I'm just telling you my story, trying to introduce you to myself, because I know that a lot of you out there are trying to do better. You want to do better, right? You're looking for a mentor like I was at 10. When my dad died, all I wanted was some older man, older than me, 10 years old. I wanted somebody to come in and help. I wanted somebody, I remember my mom dated one man. She went out one time with one man, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's gonna help. You know, maybe my uncle J.E., maybe my Uncle J.E.'s gonna come help. Maybe my Uncle Vincent's gonna come help. But you know, those guys had they had their own stuff going on. They had their own life going on. They had their own commitments, their own challenges, and they never showed up. So I promised my mom when I was 16, I promised her, I said, you know what, one day, I was angry. I was starting to be that teenager. I was pissed off that my dad had died. I was pissed off nobody had come to help me. I was pissed off because I was a young kid trying to figure out, you know, why wasn't somebody taking me hunting or fishing? Why wasn't who's going to teach me how to get rich? Who's going to teach me how to be successful? Who's going to teach me what to do? Instead, like so many of us, I'm stuck in schools, and I've heard from so many thousands of you out there that comment in these YouTube posts that I do, no dad, or bad dad, or dumb dad, or settled dad, or tired dad, you know, or hey, good dad, but he was limited of what he could teach you, right? So, or maybe it was a mom that you had a problem with. Look, we all got our stuff, right? We all got problems and situations. I've made so many bad choices in my life. I mean, like, so many bad choices in my life. From 15 to 25, I was using drugs every day. At 23 years old, I got beat up within inches of my life. 79 stitches put in my head and face. Literally, you couldn't recognize who I was. Fired from my first 5 jobs. My 6th job I was fired from, but I wouldn't leave. Hated the first job that I had out of college. Got out of college with a degree. My grades were barely good enough to get me out. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, look. You can do anything. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter whether you had a dad, a good dad, a bad dad, a tired dad, a dumb dad, a lazy dad. It doesn't matter. What are you going to do now? How do you get started? Okay? If you have a question, okay, post in comments. I'll do my best to answer your questions. I want to help you. I have done so unbelievably well for myself. If you would have told me when I was 20 years old, my older brother died when I was 20. I talked to him on a Sunday night. He was dead Monday morning, okay? If you'd have told me that week, hey man, one day you're gonna be a super massive success, okay? You know what I was doing every day? Snorting 6 grams of cocaine every day, trying to get over the loss of my dad and my brother. Like, I thought at 20, after losing my dad and my brother, I thought, oh, I'm gonna live till I'm 25, maybe. I'm gonna die early, because my dad died at 52, my older brother died at 25. I even thought maybe the numbers 2 and 5 were like death numbers. You see, when you don't know, you make stuff up. You just fill in the gaps. You start plugging in anything. You start stuffing anything in there to try to close the space between what you do know and what you don't know, the mystery gap. And that's what I did. And I did that for, I don't know, from 10 till probably 4. But the whole time, I'm writing in my journal, probably from 25 years old, I'm writing in my journal, one day I'm gonna be a success. One day I'm gonna have a lot of money, you know? I'm gonna own a great home one day. I'm gonna own real estate that produces income. I'm gonna write books one day. I wrote that constantly. Even when I was like just coming out of a treatment center for drug addiction. 25, I went to a treatment center. I spent 28 days there, got off of drugs for the first time in 10 years, and came home and threw myself into a job I hated. I mean, I hated that job. It was a sales job. I was a car salesman, selling cars in Lake Charles, Louisiana, selling Toyotas and Jeeps and AMC Renaults. You probably don't even remember that car. It doesn't exist anymore in America. And I lived in a little duplex. I was paying $275 a month to a guy named Charles Whitman. He was my teacher. He ended up being my accountant later on. And he was the landlord, that little joint. And I'm saying, I'm writing in my journal every day, one day I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna help people. I told my mom that when I was 16, my best friend, my mom, I said, one day I'm gonna make it. And when I do, I'm gonna be super successful one day. And when I do, I'm gonna help other people. So this is what this channel is about, okay? This channel is to bring you information to help you. I wanna help you. I've helped myself, okay? I've proven that I can help other people. And now I want to help you. If I don't know you yet, or if you don't know me yet, we got to get to know each other, okay? If you're a good person, like you want to do good in the world, you want to take care of your mom or your dad, or you want to take care of your church, or you want to like give more money to charity. You want to do good, not just to collect stuff, but you want to do good so you can help other people. And you one day, maybe your dream is to pay it forward. Maybe your dream is that you're going to help other people one day. Look, if that's you, if that describes you, but you just need some help right now, you need a hand up, I'm not going to give you a loan, okay? I'm not going to be a partner in your business, even though, you know, who knows, maybe I would be. But I can help you, okay? And by helping you, I help myself. Because what every man and every woman needs, I didn't know this when I was 30, friends, man, you need a lot of friends. I want my kids to have friends all over the world. So wherever you are today, okay, and I'd love to hear in comments where you're stationed today, whether you're in Europe, South America, Canada, Australia, wherever you are, I want to know where you are. I want to become friends with you, okay? I want to become your guy to help you in sales, or maybe persistence, or motivation, how to get inspired in your business, how to take a startup and grow it up, how to follow up a customer until they become a customer. You know, how do you make sales over the internet? How do you build a social media following? How do you work a Facebook, a LinkedIn, a Twitter, a Snapchat? How do you even find time for it all? And by the way, what do you do with money once you get it? Maybe you want to go out and buy real estate. I can help you with that, okay? I can help you figure out, I can only help you with the things that I figured out for myself. And if I can't help you, I'll be the first guy that says, dude, I don't know anything about that. There's certain things I know nothing, zero about. So for instance, I started investing in real estate when I was 34, 35 years old. I bought and sold over 6,000, let me see what it would be, 6,000, about almost 7,000 apartments. I own 4,000 now. I've been involved in $750 million worth of real estate transactions, almost $750 million. I grew up in a house that was 1,400 square feet. All I remember was my dad saying, real estate is a good deal. You know, if you want to get rich, buy real estate. If you want money, learn how to sell. My dad would say, look, if you want to do well, get an education. If you want to go anywhere, learn sales. And if you want to get rich, wealthy, learn about real estate. And I did those three things. See, the three things my dad told me to do, I've done. I just wish he'd have been around longer, you know? My dad was an unbelievable dude. Unbelievable guy. Work ethic, dressed professional, people liked him. He was really friendly, talked to everybody, never passed somebody and didn't say hi. He was an unbelievable dude. I had a good dad. He just wasn't around long enough, you know? And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's part of my deal. Maybe that's the whole, you know, cosmic, maybe that's God's mission for me. Take my dad away so I become a dad or a brother or an uncle to other people. I don't know. I just know I want to do it. You know, I know I want to help people. And I want to help the right people. I don't want to help people that are just want a handout. I want to help people that want a hand up. People that are willing to take maybe a suggestion, maybe willing to listen. So look, if you're that guy or that gal, regardless of your age. I'd love to know how old you are, okay? So I can start like tailoring the information to you. I already have 3,000 videos here, 3,800 videos here. My YouTube channel should have millions and millions of subscribers. That's not your fault, it's my fault. I haven't done a good job of building the channel out, because the content I have here is ridiculously good. You cannot get the content I have. Specific. Exactly what you need to do to become a millionaire. Exactly what you need to do to become a master of sales. Exact strategies what you would need to do to buy real estate. We drop a real estate show here every Monday. A new real estate show gets dropped on YouTube. On Thursdays, we do a show on sales called Young Hustlers. On Friday, I talk about the economy and career and finance. So I want to help you. I think you see that I'm genuine. Look, I know there's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of people on the net right now. You know, anybody can write a book. And everybody should write a book, by the way. Anybody can post a picture of them in their Lamborghini, okay, or whatever they got in their garage, and say, hey, they're rich. Look, rich is one part of it. It's just one part of the deal. And you should be rich. Everybody, by the way, should be rich. Everybody, every one of you. You should be rich. I don't care. Even if you don't want to be rich, you should be rich. If money doesn't even matter to you, you should be rich. Everybody should be rich. You know why? Because you can be. You can't be a basketball player. You can't necessarily be a baseball player, football player, soccer player. Dude, anybody can get rich. Okay? Tall, slow, clumsy. Anybody. Look at all these rich people down here, folks. Bunch of rich people down here, or at least a bunch of people that think they're rich. Okay? That's probably more likely the case. They just think they're rich. I'm on the 33rd floor right here in Miami. 33rd floor. Never thought I'd live in a condo either. Look, there might be a lot of stuff you end up doing that you didn't even think about doing. There's a whole bunch of stuff I've done that I never put in my journal. Okay? And there's a whole bunch of stuff that I put in my journal. See, I write my goals down every morning, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff that I put in my journal that I have made come true. So, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I put in here that hadn't happened for me yet. So I want to make those things happen for me. One of the things I've been putting in my journal for years is helping people. I want to help you. I want to help you. If you're a positive person, if you're not a freaking psycho case, if you're not a victim, you know, you're a person that's willing to take responsibility for everything. If you're that person that wants to be a good parent, good husband, good wife, good friend, you know, good to your church, give back. If you have more hustle than you have hate, if you have more create than you have criticism, and you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for somebody to follow, I want to help you. Okay? Now I'm sure my internet guys are going to put a link in here. I'm going to get them to get you something for free, okay? If you hit the link, I'm going to get you something. I don't know what it is. I got enough stuff to give away. I can. Let me see, what could I give you? Just I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this. One of my favorite books is the Millionaire Booklet. And the reason why, it's the last book that I wrote. I mean, I love all my books. I don't use a ghostwriter, okay? I write all my books personally, word by word. I wrote a book called Sell or Be Sold. It was an award-winning book, Sell or Be Sold. It will be the best sales book you ever read. There was a group I was with last week, mattress firm in Houston, Texas, $4 billion company. 1% of the company, 1% of the sales division is using my material, and they represent 1/3 of all the $1 million producers. Then I thought, so that's a book you might want to look into one day, you know, if you're ever on Amazon. Sell or Be Sold, it's a red cover. Then there's a book called Close Survival Guide, okay? Book is freaking ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous for closing the deal. Now I know there's a lot of you out there, you're not in sales, maybe you're not going to even use those two books, okay? The first book, Sell or Be Sold, was written for artists. The Closer's book was written for professional salespeople. The third book was If You're Not First, You're Last. Great book, New York Times bestseller, okay, about how to follow up customers. Anybody that's got a business, any kind of business, you have to know the material in that book. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you a book today. Don't get a book. I'm just trying to introduce you to myself right now so you know who I am and what I do. There's a lot of guys out there telling you they can give you advice. The only place they're going to give you advice is on YouTube. They've written nothing, codified nothing, have no strategy, okay? So you need, and I'm not saying that's good or bad or right or wrong. I'm not trying to demean them by saying that. You need strategy. My life changed when I started getting strategies. You know, the old saying, I think W. Clement Stone said, attitude is everything. And I love Clement Stone, right? I read all his stuff. And I'm like, no, man, attitude is not everything. You got to have strategy, okay? Without a strategy, attitude is just a motto. It's just attitude is everything. Oh yeah, that guy's got a good attitude, but you're going to go home tonight and not have anything done. Fourth book I wrote was called The 10X Rule. That's the book that kind of like just became the sensation, called The 10X Rule. It's an awesome book about action, how much action you have to take in order to get something done. Fifth book was Be Obsessed or Be Average. What did I write in between there? There's a sixth book I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, there was the 10X quote book. And then the last book I wrote, the one I want to give you, is the Millionaire Booklet. It's a little pamphlet, 44 pages. Some of you might have gotten it already. I'll send it to you for free. Just click the link and handle the shipping, and I'll send you the book. And I guarantee you, if I had my whole career to do over again, I would have written that book first. I would have written that book first, but I wasn't a millionaire first. So, you know, my first book, well, I guess I was a millionaire by the time I wrote my first book, but I should have written them in the other order. I should have written the money book first, because here's the deal. If you don't get your money right, you're not going to sell, you're not going to close, you're not going to follow up, and you're not going to take the action. You understand? Broke people do not sell, broke people do not close, broke people do not follow up, and broke people do not take action. Why would you? If you associate money with bad things, if you associate money, wealth, prosperity, a dollar bill, $10 bill, $100 bill, millions of dollars, if you associate money with, oh, I didn't do it, I didn't follow through, I didn't close, I didn't make it work, I failed the business, I went bankrupt, Visa, MasterCard, debt, if you associate money with all things negative, why would you learn how to do anything? Okay, I know people that are married and associate money with their marriage. Money means your wife spends too much, okay? Or money means to the wife or the spouse that the other person mismanages. So I would have written the Millionaire Booklet first, okay, and then followed it up with the other books that I uniquely wrote and codified how to do those things correctly. Look, the world's changing. I think you know that. I think you would agree. The world is a changing place, and it's changing fast. And the one thing that I've done in my career is change. You're in transition every day. Lost my dad at 10. Man, you got to transition. Okay, don't fill in with the wrong data. You know, when a person has a loss, they tend to grab data from the wrong sources and plug it in, hoping it sticks. I did that for too long, okay? And I want to help you. I want to help you. So grab the book. Okay, if this is your first introduction to me, man, subscribe to the channel. Okay, comment, let me know it's the first time you're here. If you've been back here before and hadn't subscribed, make sure you do. Help me build my channel out. Help me reach your friends. Help me reach your uncle and your aunt, your brother and your sister. Like, help me, okay, because I want to help change the world. I want to make the world a place where people are positive, people are solution-oriented, people have a great view, man. Everybody's got a great view. I want some of you living in this building with me, or maybe the next building, or you know what? Maybe we do the building together, all right? So look, I've come a long way in my life. I want to pay it forward right now. I think you can see that I'm genuine. I really, really mean that. I'm a real deal dude. If you do some research on me, you're going to find out everything that I've done, okay? When I don't know, I tell you I don't know, okay? And I want to help you. I want to help you. I want friends. I want to help you get to where you deserve to be. And by the way, you deserve to be there, all right? Hey, thanks again. Thanks again. By the way, wait till the end of each of my YouTube videos, because right at the end, there's a blooper reel that comes in. So check it out. Have a great day today and be great, all right? And I look forward to helping you. Bye.